known you fit the part. I should have known you were a star. And I should have known you were a star. I should have known you were a star. I should have known you were a star. I never thought you'd be the one to hold me down, pull the plug and let me drown. I never thought you'd be the one to push me down, grab my heart and throw it out. I should have known you were a liar when I met you. I should have known you had a secret little double life. I should have known you were the devil flying undercover. I should have known you fit the part. I should have known you were a star. And I should have known you were a star. I should have known you were a star. I should have known you were a star. Whoa, oh, whoa, 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 oh, whoa, 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 oh, whoa, whoa. I should have known you were a star.
What is going on, guys? Welcome to the stream on this Sunday, or not Sunday. Man, I am backwards today. On this Saturday, June evening. So we are at 8 o'clock here Central. So we are going to go ahead and get started. So we are also live in our Discord. You should be able to access it via the link tree that is in the description of this video if you're not already in it. If you would like to join in, hop on. There is where I am, and then there's what's called a stream wait. So in order to try to make sure that everything is controlled in the environment, I will just move people down as need be. So that's that out of the way. Let me know audio wise how it sounds. I did have to kind of change some things due to adding a steering wheel and then moving my joystick. So let me know if it's like too loud, too quiet, etc. I have a mixer going so I can kind of change up how everything is. And I'm monitoring my microphone feed. But I was trying to preview it earlier and it sounded okay. So, but I also talk quieter whenever I'm not streaming. So just a habit of the trade. So audio is okay. Awesome. So, well, appreciate it, guys. We are actually starting off strong compared to our last streams. So, but yeah, let me know how it sounds. I'll be watching chat if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, whatever else you might be. feel free to shout out. I will gladly answer them. Maybe tonight we can find someone that wants to hop on and be a guest or something this evening. We'll see. So, but yeah, other than that, we'll get started. So, we are on Spring Creek still in North Dakota. I had the temptation of starting like a new quote unquote series on No Creek. But I think what I'm going to do is edit No Creek to be like a Lazy E plus map. So it's like what Tyson did last year with like Autumn Oaks and Mercer County. Basically using that as kind of my quote unquote prototype map and creating a series off of it, not necessarily a live stream. Just because like I just kind of want to get into the series a little bit more, but also know that like it's not going to make a million views. So I completely understand it. So, but since we were already started on Spring Creek and I've been kind of messing around with a few things today, I just figured we'd just play on it. So, right now we are hauling off wonderful manure, uh, off and away to somewhere else other than the feedlot pen. I don't really have a place to put it currently, so we're just kind of dumping it outside. So, and I am still working on getting controls set up. So I kind of built a custom button box. Yeah, that thing's messed up. To control a few things. So like it's got start stop on the motor, unload for when there's a trigger, and like tool on off and stuff like that. So pretty simple. I haven't got it dove into it too complex yet. So we are also mowing some alfalfa down as well. I need to actually turn my preview audio down because it's kind of loud. Okay, let's see how that sounds. Okay, that's better. So, did add alfalfa to the map, so Swather's currently handling it. I didn't add the true alfalfa fill type, so like it's not mowing straight up alfalfa on it. Mainly because I didn't want to break it, and the map's already so large that there's a lot of things wrong, and adding that might make more things wrong. So I chose the safe and wise move and just went with using grass windrow as the fill type. So looks like our barley seeder might be out of solid fertilizer. So what we'll do is we'll start her up here, and then we're gonna hit in because I don't have a control button for that yet to pop it out. We should be good on seeds, so we're just gonna switch it to the fertilizer spot, and then we are going to go grab one of these trucks. We'll grab this one. Change to in-person view. Delete. Hide. Okay. So. And also, if it looks like it's smoother than keyboard play, it's because it's not. It's definitely not keyboard play anymore. So, decided to splurge a little and go get a wheel and pedals. So things are a little bit smoother now. So, but we're still in the process of trying to get stuff set up. So, like my joystick doesn't control the belts because I don't know. I haven't went in and redid all the key bindings yet, unfortunately. So, but let's see. Let's question of the stream. We'll go with what is your favorite map in Farming Simulator 22 so far? looks pretty good if I say so. So yeah, let's see what everyone's favorite map of FS22 is so far. So we'll make that the question on the stream. Generally, I try to do these and then I kind of forget. So try not to forget tonight. Breaks. We'll find some solid fertilizer. No Creek Farms. Is that the one that Squatch JMF and Large H did, or that on the one directly from Shaven? I know there's a couple versions of it out. I actually personally have not yet played on No Creek. So I thought about, potentially just messing around with it tomorrow and seeing what I can't do. So, but I think we might keep Spring Creek as our live stream series. I don't know how the bigger YouTubers do it. I don't know if they stick with one map when it comes to live streams or what. So they did some pretty good work. I was kind of following along with it for a little bit. So Ashton Corners, Western Australia. 16x fun is definitely fun, that's for sure. So whoops. I don't know what size this map is, but it is absolutely massive. So we'll add a little bit of fertilizer to get to the seeder to get her through this field here. Yeah, single player on these giant maps is always fun. I'm right there in the same boat. So that is, yeah, I have completely built this map, or well, not built it, but I've farmed this save completely by myself. So a lot of course play and a lot of auto drive. Those have been my biggest game changers in the sense, because whenever you do 3 million liters of corn silage, you don't really want to have to constantly keep that up. So we're actually going to back her up just a tad here, just so we can get fertilizer on this area missed. Looks like Swather got done. Whoops, forward. That is a tight fit. That is a 16-foot gate fitting a 15-foot head through. So no worries there, MK47. So no worries. I am just glad to see the stream being active. So it's been a while since we've had a stream like this. So I'm definitely thankful for all of you guys. I think right now, if the number's right, there's 19 viewers. So that's the highest I've seen it in a while. So I appreciate y'all taking a little bit of your time out this evening and joining. So I'll try not to bombard your Facebook feeds with it every now and then. So I'm going to try to lay off of it, because I don't know if y'all noticed, but there was one post on my page that it got literally 0 reaction. So I think Facebook's shadow banned me just a wee bit. So So we're just gonna try to lay off the content a little bit. We'll probably focus more on doing like content within Discord, and then of course those that are subscribed to Patreon will get their fair share of content as they have been supporting me for it. So let me grab this tedder. We have 2 tedders, but the other one's down by the feedlot right now, so okay. I really need a good open station like 5000 series deer. Cause like, yeah, like that would be the dream right about now. Now, this New Holland's fine and everything, and I have a open station John Deere, but it's one of those things like, having that 5000 series would be amazing at sometimes. Of course, we're going to go 1 tool, go 3. Actually, we're going to go 4 times around the headland because it likes to get caught in trees. So the AI is kind of wonky. There's the start sign. I keep having to tell myself not to use the keys and the mouse on the keyboard. I'm having to reach around the wheel to do it. So it's always fun time trying to teach yourself new tricks. I'm gonna make sure that this is set to that. And then we are off and tedding. So we'll let that thing do what it's doing. I really think 27 minutes for this field's absurd, but it is what it is. We don't need that tractor running. What we might end up doing here is whoa. Every now and then, like, the steering wheel like goes a little bit too far than I want it to. So then I get a little like swervy. I think we're, instead of filling up that little crappy pull behind trailer that we have on the 76, trying to fill up this dude and see how it goes here. So the story behind this truck was I was in forage harvesting mode and did not have enough money to buy a different one, and this was like on the used sale thing for like $12,000. So yeah, that's why we have a commercial delivery truck. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it does the trick, I guess. So really put it in an area I cannot move. Here. That's better. Okay. Forward. Also, I really feel like the head is way too tall in this Volvo loader. It's like I can't see anything outside of this loader. It's way too tall. Also need to set something up here. If I can remember how to do it here. Open front loader tool. Open will curl outward. Delete that. We'll try this, see how that works. Well, that worked better than I was thinking it would, I think. Left the course and stopped. Oh boy. Maybe that's one reason I shouldn't be running the automatic autosave. Probably that's the reason I did this. I don't know actually though. Sheesh. A little slippery. Okay. There's that fixed. And then I don't know where this thing was supposed to be at. I ain't gonna lie. Not a clue. Assuming over there. MK, yeah. These weren't too bad, but also during like this time of year, it's generally pretty hazy in most places in Oklahoma, just from the fires we have out here and stuff. But definitely not like what New York had on like Wednesday or whenever it was. That was crazy. Okay. Now we can get back to trying to haul out a little bit of the manure. For 60 cows, they sure produce a ton of manure. Bumpy. Holy moly. I don't know how he did this in his promo pictures. We got a little bit of rain this morning. I mean, we're not desperate for it. We've had a fairly wet spring in it per se. Much wetter than normal. But yeah, I know some people I know up north are definitely struggling for some rain right about now. So I don't think you're alone. I feel like this would definitely be more of a skid steer job and just backing a trailer in here, but I don't have a good proper back or a dump trailer. Unfortunate. No. Too tall, too quick. Tom said it's just a guessing game on where these poles are in here. Realistic for sure, but man, not having mirrors that are actually worth a darn really does not help matters any. Oh, you can't make that tight turn. I said, definitely a skid steer job. Or a smaller wheel loader at least. Because this thing is not it. I think the hardest thing getting used to is like the brake doesn't work near as good as you expect it to. I think that's my biggest complaint so far is like the braking. Okay, I think that's, we're gonna call it there, and we're gonna kind of skedaddle out of here because probably not the most entertaining content. You know, it's content still. Definitely a tight turn here. Golly. Like I said, definitely skid steer area work, not giant front end loader work. Okay. We just don't have a, well, we have a skid steer, it's just hardly ever use it. Because this thing just always is over here mixing feeds, so. Brakes, like I said, brakes don't work that well. Okay. So the planter's done. We might hit a few spots here. What? Oh crap. That was not the button I meant to hit. Ladies and gents, don't do that. Sometimes I wish there was an undo button. Really make life simpler in some cases. So now we get to sit here and wait while this reloads. Yeah, I guess it could have been worse. We could have just dumped everything on the ground. Yeah, that was not the button to unfold. I think we will use the good old-fashioned X button to unfold now. So we're just going to hit some of these spots that it kind of missed a little bit. Okay, I could have swore I had one of these buttons mapped to lower. Button 3. Which is what I was pretty sure I was hitting. Weird. Okay. So basically, every year I kind of just randomly pick a field to plant barley in. So it can, so we have basically a straw producing source for bedding and stuff. So we just got this land and it was empty, nothing was planted. So I was like, you know what, we'll just mark it as our barley field. So that's what we did. So I think whenever I reload the game, I'm gonna take that autosave mod off. It's really nice because it takes a lot less time to save uh, than like the normal save does, but it seems to cause some issues with like workers. So whoa, a little slippery. So in the comment section, drop how you got notified that I was live, whether it be the scheduled Facebook post, the Discord notification, YouTube notifications. I'm curious to see because I know people said it in the Google form, but I'm curious on what people actually said that are actually here. So drop how you got notified that I was doing a live stream. Curious to see. Whoops. Got yours from YouTube. Awesome. I haven't looked at the statistics of that scheduled post yet, so I don't actually know how many accounts it's reached. So I was curious to see if anyone got it from Facebook. What I think Facebook doesn't like is you promoting YouTube videos on it, because Facebook's trying to move to be like a competitor for YouTube. So the way it's like not pushing YouTube links near as much as it used to. So I think that's in a goal to try to get like live stream people to do more on YouTube than to do it on, or do more on Facebook than do it on YouTube, which I mean I can understand, but at the same time you need to have a basis for people is to reach out. So, but I think you'll stop. I think I'm gonna start trying to back off of like the normal everyday kind of post and just more do it like once a week maybe. Just keep more of like screenshot stuff in Discord and stuff like that, because like for how many members are in the Discord, it's severely inactive and it really bugs the crap out of me, because like I have all the cool ideas for like an active YouTube or a Discord channel, but I just don't. Without it being active, it's hard to do a lot of it. So we got 2 for YouTube. Anyone else got anything else from Facebook or Discord? I wish there was a way I could see where everyone came from that clicked that link, but I don't think it works that way, unfortunately. Look at the Facebook matrix here real quick. Dang it, didn't miss much on this corner, surprisingly. Still awful. 35 minutes and 23 people reached. So I think from now on it's just gonna be mainly just Discord. Basically notifications that's like automated, so I don't have to like worry about trying to post stuff. I think it's gonna be try to be the better way to go when it comes to trying to do content from here on out. So, and like I'm gonna try to keep the schedule of like Monday nights from like 7 to 9, and then Saturday nights from like 8 to 10, possibly 8 to 11, depending on how it goes. And I think if I can stay in that like spectrum of uh, that this is how this is, then like we'll be good. I just have to keep that up. So, because then people automatically know, oh, it's Saturday night. Lazy's gonna go live at 8 p.m. So, at least that's the goal. We'll see if it actually happens or not. So, I don't know how to park this massive thing. I don't think I can get it turned around in this shed. We will find out, I guess. Because it is quite large. Turn. Sheesh. It is certainly... we made it. Now, the fun part will be is backing this thing up. Probably should have just unhooked it and stored the two parts separately. But I think what I'm going to do, since we might do more grain later on, is just park it down here in this oval area, or this covered shed that we had that was for hay, but we're not really using it for hay anymore since we moved the cattle operation. Oh, that's a bump. I think this will work for now. Brakes. Okay, awesome. I think that works perfect for now. And then we're just gonna go and do some maintenance on this tractor. Well, it's right by the shop here. Since it's getting a little low. Definitely probably need to get a bigger shop for an operation of this size. But, you know, it works for... Works for what we're trying to get it to work for, so... Okay, and then we're going to go top her off on fuel as well, since it will likely be on grain cart duties here in like a month. Because we have a crap ton of beans and corn planted, so it will be... What just happened, my lordy? Need to find... I downloaded the newer tanks from North Dakota Mabe and Mate. I just haven't had time to figure out how I wanted to place it down yet. Okay. That worked for me. Put that there. We'll smooth this out of the way so it's not right there anymore. Turn that off. Don't think. Go ahead and just get this tractor off the field here. Just bring this dude into here. And now we get fun of trying to back the short wheelbase Tedder up. Auto save. Grab something to drink. And that's solid part there. We will use 7R for a baling tractor, since it doesn't have a whole lot of hours on it because it's relatively new still with the tint and everything on it, so it's nice and fancy. Well, that works pretty good there. Okay, we won't need that for a minute. But we're just not going to use this cart, so we might as well just sell it so it's not sitting here collecting dust because it's not going to be used. Go put the windrower on. I mean, air quality, it's not bad. I mean, around this time of year, we have a lot of just brush fires that start. So, like, I mean, it's not perfect by any means, but if you live around here long enough here in Oklahoma, you kind of get used to it. So, it's not too bad. Not enough that I'm concerned anyway. So, you know, when it's your time to go, it's your time to go. Air quality or not. So, at least that's how I try to live by anyway. Can't try to maneuver myself into this swather hitch here. Hardest thing is trying to remember where buttons are positioned when the wheel is upside down. That's probably the trickiest thing of that, and just, you know, trying to remember to use the wheel and not reach up and use keyboard. So okay. Go here, just remove that course. Whoops. There's also that thing that's on the joystick, and it's like a throttle, but you can't really use it. So nah, I'm good where I sit. I'm perfectly content with being right here. Nice try though. Nice try. Most times on like the hayfields, I'll try to run the baler and the windrower at the same time, but this field's like small enough like they would run into each other all the time, so try not to do it on this field at least. So It is quite the windrow, though. I haven't really done anything special to the fields. They just have been giantly producing hay lately. So, yeah, more you know now. We were grinding some of these bigger bales since I don't have a storage building for them actually. There's our skid steer that, like I said, I hardly ever use anymore. I don't think it's been started up since like planting season. If that tells you anything. I think really the only thing we have to do is get that hayfield done. But while we wait, we will go and drop some of this manure off and sell it because we just don't need it on the farm. And then probably have to go look at some sprayers because I noticed there was some weeds in one of the soybean fields. So we might have to check those out here once we get back from BGA here. I could have auto drive this because it's how, whenever I was doing the other feedlot and had all the slurry, I'd basically have to send the truck twice a day to just go and keep up the slurry amount. So it's all auto map or auto drive routed and everything, but ain't got anything better to do. So I see. So I can just go to the store and get maple syrup. Like, y'all can keep Trudeau and all them people. I don't want it. So nope, I will gladly stay where I am. So at least we know how to handle freaking brush fires. So I figured out how they did the rocks in the road. Whoops, completely missed that turn. But it's actual rocks, like the field type rocks that you had to pull from the field. It's the same thing, just on the roads. So like when you go to look at like the stone map, there's just stones absolutely everywhere. It's the most frustrating thing to see. So, because I literally hate stones with the passion. Sometimes the brakes just don't work great. That would be one of them times. So I couldn't actually find the true trigger point for the BGA, so I kind of just had to like place my own thing over here. And done. So we'll see if we get impacted by, yeah, our environmental score is not very good because we have a lot of farmland we haven't done anything with. So I'd like to get the score up. I'm just not sure how to. So guess I could go soil map more things, but I don't know if that's actually going to do what I want it to do or not. Also, these roads really sneak up on you in this map. But we need to take care of weeds first anyway. So, haha. Like I said, good try. but I am perfectly content where I am. Plus, we have massive tornadoes, so you kind of have to take your pick of. Would you rather have smoke or a tornado bearing down at you? Like, I think we've already had one in like the town I live in like 5 times this year. So, one of those things where you have to pick your poison. Well, that's manure. Some manure gone anyway. We'll do it again in 3 days and probably another trailer full. Whoa, that was a bump. You know what? We're just gonna pull this and park it like right smack dab here, because there's not room on the other side. So let's look at sprayers here. Let's. Darn, there's nothing on sale. I was hoping there'd be something on sale. Trying to decide if I should go with a self-propelled or 4730 isn't bad. Especially since like we were actually putting down all of our fertilizer when we plant. We don't actually have to put extra on. So it'd just be solely for weeds. It's 125,000. You can keep those as well. I'll pass. There's the best way, which is 25 grand and covers 27.2 meters at 14 mile an hour. There's this, that's 28-ish meters at 7 mile an hour. Probably just not gonna worry about this one because if I remember right, it was having issues. So it's really between the best way and self-propelled. Probably go with the best way for now. And then if we need to upgrade, we can go to the. It's like some funky normal map issues. Weird. You can go to the self-propelled. I think this tractor should work. I don't think it has crushing duals on it. So we will go throw the sprayer on, check and see what fields have weeds and which ones don't, because I don't really want to spend extra time spraying fields that don't have any weeds in them. And we need to set GPS functions up on the joystick as well. I don't know why this store points down here, but it is, unfortunately. Oops, reverse. Auto save. But we will move our purchase or store point up here next to where we have everything else, so we don't have to drive forever for chemicals. Especially since I doubt we go through a whole lot of herbicide anyway. Dun, dun, dun. I think like 2 of these will probably get us by. Especially if it's spot spraying. Be one thing if we were blanketing the field, but we're not, so. Okay, while we're waiting for that to fill, let's see what fields have weeds. Loading. Let's see who joined our Discord. Shout out to Decent Into Madness. Welcome to Discord. Dun dun dun. I had a Discord message I had to look at. So there's quite a bit of weeds in that field anyway. Yeah, there's quite a bit of weeds. That field is harvested. I don't really care about it, but yeah, it's quite a few weeds. Dang. Alright, well, maybe it'll take a little bit more than just 1,000 gallons. I hope not. Anyway, it'll fill us up pretty full anyway. Switch to a short frame truck that has get the right short frame here. Not that one. These should both be short frame. Whoa, buddy. Tell me you parked it close to the wall without telling me you parked it close to the wall. Okay, that was entertaining. Well, I appreciate you hopping on tonight, MK47. So, hopefully, we'll see you next time. Whoops. Probably still needs to be a little bit shorter of a truck, but it works for what it is. Still puts the weight above the wheels, so that's all that truly actually matters. So we will fill this up with some Herbicide. Hopefully I can fit 4 into it here. So we'll find out. So while it's filling, we'll go here and keep going with this tractor. What I'll probably end up doing is we will manually spray one field and then I'll set course play to the others. So, because I still need to map GPS buttons real quick. So. But yeah, this was the field that I seen that had some weeds in it, so but I figured I'd get to the beans before they, because they're close to getting to harvest anyway. So, we'll go here and then fold her out. Go and get GPS buttons set up, gamepad. Platinum. Auto drive. Dashboard live. Follow me. Precision farming, pro shot. Okay, where's my GPS? Oh, here it is. Okay. Toggle guidance steerance. We're gonna go that. It's really all we need because then we have force play set up or already on one of them. Yeah. Oh snap. Well, that's not good. I'm gonna turn that off because I don't feel like dealing with that. I would do it all manually, but I'll also have to set up the baler to get it going on course play along with picking the bales up. So well, I'm also not sure why this isn't just spot spraying, but hold on. Maybe it's not set up for spot spraying. I don't know. Maybe we should have went with self-propelled. Well, we're hardly using it anyway, so I remember what buttons are cruise control though. Ah, okay, I found it. So once we get this outer line done, we'll set up how I'm going to route this GPS track. Courseplay is my best friend. I couldn't. Especially with trying to do cattle at the same time. There's so many times I need to get something started in the morning that I don't have time to because it'll take all day. So I'll just get courseplay going on it while I'm trying to create some cattle feed. Realistically, you wouldn't have this big of an operation with only one person. So it makes sense, I guess. I would do it from the cab, but it's so slow trying to shift around a view that it's just easier to do it from out here. I will say, it is a lot smoother driving with a wheel than it is a keyboard. That is one thing I've noticed. Like, my auto drive tracks are a lot more, like on corners and stuff, it's a lot more smoother instead of jerky. So that's a bonus, I guess. Yeah, this field's kind of odd. It's got like an island in the middle that I low key will probably plow up once we get done with these beans on the field here. Wow, man. What I forgot to do with when the railroads have it start the centers first and then do the headlands. Be a messy field, unfortunately. Oh well. Why don't we try to set our course or GPS lineup going on this route here? I think it's probably the straighter area of the field. I think. It looks like it's set to fairly close to 90 degrees. I think it's like closer to 88. It might be 90. Oh, but it's really close to 90 anyway. That is the one downfall that you lose switching from keyboard to wheel. It's like can't like just tick over a tenth of a degree very easily. Just kind of gotta mess with it till you get the right value. Yeah, I was kind of worried how much herbicide we were going to use when it started just spraying the entire field, but it's really not using a ton. So I think we lucked out. So luckily. So we'll do a little bit overlap just so if we missed a couple edges, then it won't kill us here. Auto width. Awesome. Maybe set heading. Go 90 degrees. Set cardinal. Show lines. Yes. Lock on. That's where it's something I did not get mapped yet. Whoops. Okay. Whoops, that was new. I'm not really sure exactly how to get the hood down now. Okay, there we go. That was weird. Okay, we will activate. Whoops. Forward. And then fire the PTO. And we are off. And we're gonna stop real quick before this auto saves here. Wait for it to auto save, then we'll get going again. There we go. Back to work. See if we can get any money screenshots here. Do a little bit of well, that's new. Well, that must be moving the sun, huh? That works pretty good. Whoops. Need to stop hitting that button. I think those should be some fairly decent screenshots. I gotta have something to keep the content rolling for graphics and stuff. That's literally the only reason I really do that. Wish ESPN would learn that I really don't care about UFC fights. Because that's all it sends me, it seems like, anymore. It is so hard to see these lines. I should have sprayed like 2 stages ago. I just didn't dawn on me. Okay, we're gonna figure out where that key is coming in at and get rid of it, because that's annoying. Care that the checker hood folds up. So it's something to do with key 3. Sometimes it's the hardest thing to find. Some of these key inputs here. Like, I don't know where. Maybe it's these. Yep, okay. We figured it out. Nope, forward. Okay. Lord Almighty. I'm telling you, sometimes getting fancy stuff does not make it life any easier. Especially when you're trying to like figure out how to set up a stream. Because I still need to reach the keyboard, which I'm able to right now, but almost makes me want to like build my own rig to do it all. Okay, so while we're waiting, well, that's actually going to stop because it's not a hired worker. But I'll fill that up. We will toggle to this tractor, copy that course, start it up. See, there's a reason I do the headlands outside last when it comes to raking. It's just going to leave a really messy field. So, and just for time saving sake, we'll just drop that there. Meant to stop. Oh well. Run this over. Grab the bale trailer. Reverse it. Attach it. Where's A? There's A. Forward. Okay. So we got that set up now. Then we'll hit exit and we will walk over to the 7R and the baling tractor here. Enter it. We are going to clear the bale count. So we can know. Alright, well I appreciate you hopping on tonight, man. So put that there. We'll start it at the first waypoint. Okay, and we will let her rip. Yeah, yield's gonna be insane. Be a lot of hay coming into that field. Trying to grab them realistically, but it's a little tricky to be around these fences and trying to grab them right. Also, the downside of not doing the headlands first is like you have to try to keep the bales out of the way so the tractor can turn without getting caught every 5 seconds. So there's 2 reasons why I do headlands first or headlands last when it comes raking. Well, we're just gonna do it this way. It's a lot quicker. It's not realistic, but it's a lot quicker. That was like 88,000 liters just from the outside of this field. Field numbers should slow down a little bit now that it's getting into spotchy hay. And we're done. So by 9:35, if we're not up to like 10 viewers, probably just gonna call it a night since chat's kind of died down. So but definitely appreciate all y'all. I just know there's a lot of other things that everyone could be doing, so I don't want to take extra time. So plus tonight's been like one of the more successful streams, so I do appreciate it a lot, y'all. I think we peaked at like 22, I think, was so that's a lot of viewers, so definitely appreciate everyone that's hopped on. But as you can see, we're just where all the hay mounts. I feel will be pretty messy whenever it comes time to mow it again. So once we get done with like the outer rounds, we'll switch back to spraying. Did that just open? Oh, I thought that bunker just opened for some random reason. I was really confused for a moment. Definitely tell that the hay's getting a little heavier the way the tractor's pulling. Just a wee bit. It also needs some mechanical work done to it, but it works for now. Awesome. Well, I appreciate it, KJ. So appreciate you hopping in the stream, man. I think the stream's gonna have more interaction than any Facebook video, any Facebook post today. Just funny. Ha. Nice, nice. You know, no need to take away from family time. That's not that important. So, plus we'll probably hop off here in 5 minutes if we don't get a couple more viewers. So. Oh, tractor. You can do it. I know you have 14.2 hours of work in you, but I believe in you. I believe that it can win. Oh, up. We're up to 10. Let's see if it holds for 4 minutes. Doing pretty good. Just out here chilling, you know. Not doing too much. Well, there is that done. And I am going to pull this tractor. Ah, that's cool, KJ. So we're just going to drop that right there. And we will get back to spring. Uh-oh. Drop down to 8. Will this be the end? Dun, dun, dun. Definitely won't be the end, because I still have a lot of spraying to do in like 2 days, but you know. Oh, up to 11. We're gonna be saved by the bell. Pretty sure it's the white line. Looks like it. And fire up the sprayer. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Saving a couple bucks. It's definitely not the cheapest game on the market, that's for certain. So, but I definitely enjoy it. You know, it's got its perks over 19. It's also got its disadvantages, but that's not bad. Especially if you know, you can set everything up how it needs to be, then it works pretty well. So, I think when we left the sprayer, we kind of forgot to hit the stop, turn of the tool up button. So, because there should be a lot more gallons left in that sprayer. Oof. Looks like a $2,400 mistake. Now we know. I love seeing the FPS staying steady in the kilobytes per second over 3,000. Smooth stream. Really thought about there for a while, going back to the 16:9 monitor, just for the better aspect ratio. But also still love the widescreen. It's definitely a little different view. That also makes sense there. Tell you all what, we will finish this field of spraying and then we will probably call it a night. I think that's what we'll do. I don't know how long this field will take, but you know, we'll handle it as it comes. So. I honestly didn't even realize there was chat popping up on the screen. Interesting. It's the first time I've seen it tonight pop up. Any of you guys that have been watching for a while, has the chat been popping up on there constantly? Or has it just been like every now and then? Because I'm dead curious, because I don't remember seeing it pop up, but I've also not been watching it constantly the entire time. I just didn't know if it was popping up on the screen as it was working, or if it was just because I had like it would be like showing one of y'all's messages right now. So I'm just trying to figure out if it's just I need to hide the chat box or what. honestly, Courseplay, Auto Drive, and GPS are like my biggest things to have, which I only really ever use GPS whenever I'm in the tractor like doing stuff. But like I've used it when mowing and stuff for sure. But like I did like 3 million liters of silage last night. Like I would have not have done that if it wasn't for Courseplay and Auto Drive because like I was having to balance doing other things at the same time. So if it was like 40 semi loads or something that I was having to haul in, and Courseplay packed it and everything, luckily. But man, I could not imagine doing that without Courseplay. That would have been brutal. Yeah, I use Courseplay in like things like this just because it's I don't really necessarily need. No, I feel you for sure. That's kind of how this is. I mean we're kind of split between not necessarily beef and dairy, but more beef and crop. Which credit, it kind of switches back and forth on what does what, but you're manually triggering the sprayer at this point. Just try to keep enough spray till we get to the end of the row here. Guess that's the nice thing about button boxes. I can just put my finger on it and just trigger it whenever I need it. Perfect. And then we will go to tender truck, wherever it is. Here. Yeah, most of the beans and corn that I will do will just be sold, to be honest. I have some barley in the silo right now, just from earlier, from harvesting it off the field for straw. But that's really the only reason I do the grain is for the straw. But I figured since pulling it off anyway, I might as well just take the grain with it and sell it, make it a little bit more profitable than just for grain. Just see if I can remember how to run this thing once we get back. Yeah, I got a couple blends. I honestly just default to using like the realistic mixture. Does it just I can pretty much throw whatever in it. So if I'm a little short on something, then it works. So that worked out pretty well that time. But yeah, I need to edit. I updated the Maze Plus, so I kind of lost all the custom things I did. So I need to go back in and edit it and add in all that so I can get my custom blends back. Because I had one that was like solely just grain for like a proper cattle feed. But I haven't went back and rebuilt it yet in Maze Plus because like to add on extra you have to do a little bit more work because you have to actually add it registered and everything at the same time. So oh, what pass we're on here? This should be close. Actually, I think this was the pass we were just on. Silage, alfalfa hay, barley, cracked corn, wet cake, molasses, water, soybean, straw, CCM, and mineral feed. See, I haven't added all that to the map yet, so like I would love to use like more of that stuff, but I just don't have it added. And like anytime I try to do like cracked corn or anything, it like the mill thing throws a fit on doing it, so I need to just go and change it. So did it without that would do it. Yeah. Mace Plus makes a few things more complicated. I like the setup it did with feeding the cows for sure. But it also makes some things more of a pain because they really don't want you editing their base game mod, but to make it actual reasonable you kind of have to, unfortunately. Nope, wrong way. There you go. If I decide to do my edit, I want to do on No Creek. I might make it without Maze Plus and just add in everything individually. But I gotta see it. Gotta figure out if I can even do it that way or not. I just want hay that will dry with weather. That's all I want. I get really tired of having to ted everything constantly. I just haven't. I don't think there's a true way to do it that anyone knows of right now. I just don't know why they would take it out of seasons from 19. Just doesn't make sense. But like I said, like I can make a version of Mace Plus that like works better for me, but like I can't actually do anything with it because they really not the biggest fan of people editing their work and releasing it, even though you, oh, but it is what it is. So yeah, yeah, seasons of 19 did it, but something they changed in 22 just doesn't let it happen. And I don't know why, but it is the most stupidest thing ever. I don't know why you don't let that happen, but oh well. Or at least make it an option. Like, if you want to TED 4 stages of hay, go ahead. But, like, it's not how things work. But oh well. It's Giants. What do you expect? They're also the same people that will flip out if anyone else makes money on their game besides them. So, all part of it, I guess. The stages for the hay. Yeah, you'll probably just have to dismantle it somehow and figure out what is required to do that and what's not. This was weird. Okay. This was the pasture just on, but it wasn't. Whoops. It wasn't that sensitive a minute ago. Oh, well. I was trying to tighten the mount, so. Alright. Have a good evening to yourself as well, so. Thank you for joining. Well, guys, I think that's going to make this a wrap. Whoops. So, hopefully y'all enjoyed. Everything. We will catch y'all probably Monday, hopefully. So Monday at I think 7 o'clock will be their next live stream. So hopefully I can see y'all then. But we are pretty much hitting the 2 hour mark right on the money. So I appreciate everyone that hopped on. You know, make sure to join the Discord, follow on everything, and all the wonderful else jazz. So, but yeah, we will catch y'all next time. So have a good one.